It's Joan Marie, your intuition girl. Thank you for visiting my site. You'll see in our first show, actually Cheryl Larson, who's a brilliant events coordinator and has done some of my venues, decided to sit down with me and share some experiences that we've had. Cheryl and I were actually at a dinner party, and for fun, there was some tarot cards there, and I said, well, let's read the cards, let's see. I've never read cards. Everything that I do is just me talking to you. It's just what I see. And so when I put the cards down on the table and I looked at Cheryl,
so
you'll have to listen to the clip to find out what I
saying that I see your mom getting very sick.
Yeah.
And so what was that like for you, Cheryl? I mean, because I am so intuitive that there are times I get messages and it's like, oh, do I avoid that person for a while or do I give them the message? But when I read the cards, it just all came out. But I spoke out of concern and like I think I was even more freaked out.
Right.
Than anything, because here I'm reading these cards for the first time in my life, and I'm ready to tell one of my closest friends that I see something awful for her mom.
But you were very gentle about it. I mean, you did say there was an option. It didn't necessarily have to happen this way, so there was a gentleness about it. And me being naive, I didn't really see the exact concern, but knowing about your intuition, knowing how clear and open she is, that I said, well, you know, maybe I need to inform my mom, which I did. Mm-hmm. I did tell her that, you know, and my mom respects her talents utmost because I've shared many incidences where Joan Marie has been so on the ball about so much that I said, Mom, you really need to listen to this. And Joan Marie did mention, you know, this does not need to happen, meaning, you know, there is free will. And she went to a doctor, she did get checked. Mm-hmm. And she said there's nothing wrong. It was actually in the abdomen area, you said. So she did have a colonoscopy, and but unfortunately that wasn't my mom's will to live. Things unfolded, and she did pass. She got sick, and she did pass. But we were forewarned. But even if you are forewarned, sometimes, you know, it is the other person's objective to live their life or not to live their life.
I think what also people need to understand is that we can't guarantee and control another person's outcome.
True.
You know, when I saw this information for Cheryl's mom, I gave the information, and then Cheryl's mom and Cheryl did what Cheryl did, which was say, Mom, get to a doctor quick, get checked, generally see something. And as circumstances unfolded, whether it be Cheryl's mom's wishes, because I don't think, like, as your mom is now, her mom is the funniest thing ever. She pops in. Sometimes Cheryl and I are driving in the car, and I'm like, I just start saying things. She's like, oh my God, you've become my mother. Because I'll just blur things out.
You'll have my mom's eyes. My mom had these big brown eyes, and obviously she has blue, but she'd have this look like my mother, and I'm like, you're freaking me out right now.
Well, her mom has these powerful beady eyes, though, that, like, when she wants to make a point, she looks right at you, and she just says things that you're like, oh my God.
That's true.
And her mom is a powerful lady. And a lot of times when our loved ones cross, they are, you know, and I'm actually, there's another medium, and I'm not even going to say his name, but he and I both do the same radio show often, and we have completely different takes on how you're supposed to use loved ones when they pass over. I believe that when a loved one passes, you've got a permanent angel who is willing to help you do anything that you need down here. And so, like, when Cheryl's mom crossed, as much as it was very sad and very upsetting, because of course Cheryl wanted her mom alive. I mean, who doesn't want their loved one alive? But the fact that Cheryl had this woman on the other side that could help move mountains for Cheryl. And so a couple things, like even that your mom is saying right now, Cheryl's mom is a brilliant businesswoman. She created brilliancy down here for business, buying and selling real estate. And so she's literally like, I want to get my daughter.
Her mother has passed on, but that doesn't mean that she's actually left. She still is around helping Cheryl, giving her brilliant advice and suggestions to grow her business. And if there are times where Cheryl's feeling alone, or if you're feeling alone because you've lost a loved one, please ask them to come in. Ask them to visit you in dreams and to give you a hug. They are around waiting in the wings for you to invite them in. Thank you for stopping by the Intuition Girl Unplugged. Look forward to seeing you at our next show.